I know that normally whenever something cracks, most people just throw it away, right? Well, not me. And not other beauty gurus either. What I'm going to show you is just how to save crushed things. This was my brand new Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Finisher. I used it in one of my other videos.
Powder. Here I'm using Revlon's Photo Ready Translucent Powder.
And I'm not sure if anyone could tell, but whenever I showed you guys it, I went like this. That's because it was cracked, and I didn't want to let anybody know I have cracked makeup. So, you're only going to need a few things. First, an empty spray bottle. And then second is some rubbing alcohol. Now, you should use about 70 to 80%, maybe even 90% rubbing alcohol if you can get it. So after you get your spray bottle and rubbing alcohol, you just pour some rubbing alcohol and then screw the cap on. I picked up the pieces that I could. Well, we need to rearrange them. And if you do have any like excess laying around, like, do you see that? All that powder? Just tap it off into the makeup tin. So after you've tried to kind of get any of the excess makeup off, just try to rearrange it here. I can't show you guys without it being closed or else it falls. And then just lightly spray. We don't need a lot, but just spray enough until you can form it. Alright, so now that my makeup's kind of wet, I'm going to press down on it. Every now and then you'll realize that the surface of your makeup was wet, but the inside was actually still powder. And if it becomes a problem, like you can't press down on it, then just reapply the spray. So you only need a little bit though, like you don't want to go overboard. If you spray too much of the rubbing alcohol, then it's not going to be the same kind of texture as it was before. Alright, so just continue to press down on it. Remember, we want an even layer. If you don't get it back into an even layer, then it'll probably break again, and we don't want that to happen. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when my makeup breaks, I become really depressed, and sometimes I even cry. Alright, so you can see now it's kind of back to its original shape. So now that you're done pressing it down and you get it how you want it to be, what you're going to want to do is you leave it out in the open and let it dry for about an hour. I think this will probably take an hour. And after it's done drying out, it should be back to the way it was. Alright, so I've waited an hour or so, and the alcohol that I put in the foundation and translucent powder has dried up, and now it looks like this. It's still powdery. There's nothing to worry about. It's back to the way it was before I dropped it like a klutz.